Welcome back, everybody, to GDQ Hotfix's AAPI Heritage Month celebration speedrunning marathon. My name is Etchy. I'll be hosting for the rest of this evening like I was yesterday, but don't worry, Limey is still here. We'll still get plenty of Limey in this next hour. But we have more speedruns and stuff coming up for the rest of this evening. Still plenty of stuff to go. And I think one of the things that a lot of people have been looking forward to is this Bugsnax run by laxlime. How about you take it away and intro us?
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm laxlime, and today we'll be doing some Bugsnax. We'll be doing a little bit of bugging and a little bit of snacksing.
Yes.
It'll be a good time. So with me up here on commentary, Limey. I think you guys might have heard of him before, but you can say hi.
Hello. Yeah, I'm a labber of this game, and also I made bingo for this game. So yeah, I'm important, I guess.
Yes. All right. So we're doing the no major skips category. We'll talk about what that means in a little bit. But we can go ahead and just kind of start it up. So time's going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah. So, like laxlime said, this is Bugsnax. If you've never seen it before, this is a first-person creature collector and consuming, I guess, game. Made by Young Horses, who are the same people who made Octodad and Octodad Deadliest Catch. If you have played those, they're really fun. This game is, I want to say, not nearly as silly, but there are some elements of a lot of silliness. In this first section, because this is a first-person game, there's a bit of platforming that laxlime's going to have to do along these trees, bushes, and rocks to get on top of the side of this bridge. Okay. It's really difficult because it's literally just like an invisible wall that he's trying to get up on. And then hopefully it happens this time. I don't want to calm curse this.
There we go. Yep.
Yeah, so there's like an invisible wall up here, and he runs along it to get on top of these trees. That skips like a 2.5-minute cutscene. And then there's Filbo here. Oh, I forgot you actually have to do this part.
Hi, Filbo.
Yeah.
Yes, this is no major skips.
Yeah, there's no major skip.
We're not skipping this part.
There's actually a skip to not have to do Filbo's quest here, but because there's no major skips, basically the point of this category is to do all of the main quests in the game. So that involves talking to Filbo and catching, what is it? It's 2 Strabbies and a
any 3
Roodle?
Bugsnax.
Okay.
But yeah, it'll be 2 Strabbies and a Roodle.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, he's just he was passed out in the rain. He's a bit tired.
Oh no, the lolly took it.
Yeah, I was trying to,
Sometimes I
wanted to mention that, but it's a little bit scary. Yeah, there's also, I don't even remember what it's called. It's the olive Bugsnax, where they're attracted to the traps and they can pick them up. And most of the time it's not a big deal, but he was just barely close enough right there to be a problem. But yeah, so the story of this game is you're playing as a journalist who's going to Snacktooth Island to figure out what these weird Bugsnax things and creatures and whatever are. But you get to the island and there's actually just not a city, and your ship crash lands, and you have to figure out the secret of the island. You have to win the game or whatever. But that's all stuff we'll get into later, especially like the journalism stuff. So getting into the next area of the game, there's a new character named Wambus, who is kind of like a farmer. He's creating like an alternative food source instead of like specifically eating Bugsnax like everyone else does. And we have to catch, what is it? The Frider. Okay, first we have to herd this Bunger, and then we have to catch a Shishkabug, a Frider, and a Burgie. A Burgie, that's... What?
We're going to be catching 2 Shishkabugs, a Frider, and a Bunger.
Yeah, that's what it is. I was thinking of like the Kirby emote. I don't know why. But yeah, in this area, cycles are king. Just making sure that we don't take too long doing one specific thing, so we can just like kind of front load all of the catching to make sure we can do everything and turn everything in at the same time, which is going to be a theme through most of the areas. So as you can see, we have the 2 Shishkabugs and then the Frider, which we fed first because that was the first quest, and then fed the 2 Shishkabugs because that was the next quest. Wambus gives us a net to catch the bunker, but it doesn't matter because we already were able to get it by using some clever catch-up slingshot shenanigans.
Yeah.
And so
basically
we were
the
just
bungers
able to feed 'em.
are one of the like very aggressive snacks, so they don't get caught in your trap normally. But you can kind of lure bungers to kind of run into each other, and then they'll stun each other basically.
Yeah, there isn't too much happening at this point. We need to talk to Beffica. She gives us an introduction to the journal, which is just our like pause menu. Basically has all of our information about everyone on the island, all the Bugsnax we've got. And we're going to be getting into probably the slowest segment of the game, immediately getting into like faster segments. But like I said, we're journalists, so we're going to have to do a little bit of that as we start the game. And then it won't come up for a little bit, and it doesn't actually matter that much right now.
Yeah, so this is Snacksburg. It's kind of like the hub of the game, kind of the village where everyone's supposed to be. But right now it's kind of a ghost town. Everyone kind of left for different reasons. So we're going to be spending a lot of the game trying to get back the Grumpuses over to come back to the village.
Yeah, if you do skip like to get to different parts of the story, like in the game, it just magically counts all of the quests as being done, and all of the Grumpuses are already returned, but no major skips. Doesn't allow any skips. So like I said, you have to do all the main quests to get them back normally. Oh yeah, that jump is like so hard to get onto that tree, to like skip having to like climb up these rocks or go around like on the slope.
Where'd you go?
But yeah, so in this first like
It's over there.
I want to say like first sphere of the game, you're supposed to go to one of two areas. You can either go back to Garden Grove, or you can go to I cannot think of what the area is called. The beach one.
Mm-hmm.
Simmering Springs is the
Simmering Springs, I believe.
Yeah.
But we go here first to do some Beffica quests.
Yeah, exactly. We're supposed to do both anyways, so it doesn't like really matter that much. But on returning to Snacksburg, there's a small cutscene about our ship, but we can just skip it. There's also because there's a lot of dialogue in the game, you can bind skipping dialogue to like a scroll wheel button, so you can go through the dialogue really, really fast in this game. And knowing when you're supposed to like click options is like a skill, because memorizing all the dialogue is pretty difficult, like the length of it and what options there are.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, this character
Now we're in
is
Simmering Springs,
Lufty.
and we just
And,
met Lufty.
Yeah, we'll beat them
You're
later.
saying?
They don't matter right now.
They're not important.
They give you one feature of actually just being able to pick where you want the Bugsnax you feed a Grumpus to go. Like, for example, if they want it on an arm, you can put it on their arm. But other than that, they're a surprise character that'll help us later.
Yeah. In the meantime, we'll focus on the one of the best couples in the game, Wiggle and Gramble. Gramble loves Wiggle, and Wiggle loves Bugsnax.
Wiggle loves that grind. Yeah, Wiggle's a musician, and she kind of had like a one-hit wonder, I want to say, where she had a really good song. She's been trying to capture that magic ever since. She went to Snacktooth Island to try and find that, but hasn't really happened yet, unfortunately. But I think her songs are kind of bangers. And Gramble
they're
is
absolutely bangers.
more of a Bugsnax like a vegan, where he doesn't actually eat them. And the only way to actually feed him is he's a sleepwalker, so once he's back in the town, he like wanders around in his sleep, and you could feed him some as he's asleep, but I feel bad doing it, so like
I've never done it because I feel too bad.
there's an achievement for it, and it's in bingo, so I've had to do it for that, which made me feel awful afterwards.
Oops, okay. So this Pinansula, we have to get it out of the ground, and the grapple over there is supposed to grab it out. I was trying to snatch it before he brings it to the hut, but it's a little finicky. Anyways, we got it though.
Yeah, you have to like kind of sneak out of their direct line of sight, so like it just works out. Just because it can be like a bit of a problem. Like they can throw them instead of like letting you catch them with your net.
Yeah. All that to turn Wiggle's hair into Financiula. Personally, I always just keep her hair like this because it fits her so well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah. All right. So this is something called snack duping. It's a glitch that's relatively new, actually. Basically, if you catch a snack. Oops.
I didn't even know that it was in your route already, actually.
Yeah, I just added it like a couple days ago. But basically, it's like if you retrieve a captured snack in the snack trap, but then also break apart the snack trap at the same time, then you'll add the snack to your inventory still, but you'll kind of duplicate it and release a copy of it into the... why did you not go into the log? Then you'll create a copy of it, and you'll basically be able to catch multiple copies of the same snack. You're in there, right? Okay. And I think the other Weevil's in this bush.
Yeah, one of the annoying things to route for categories like 100%, where you have to donate, I think in total it's like 22 or something Bugsnax to the like Grandpa's sanctuary to increase your like inventory storage. It's like you have to visit him pretty much always after every boss so you can keep increasing your like inventory space, which is a little bit inconvenient. So that's a thing that would like help a lot, which is super interesting. Yeah, it's a relatively new trick, like you said.
And that's Simmering Springs. And then Beth is back as well. So that's all the Grumpuses we can recruit back to the village for now. Wiggle's still out there. She needs 2 pop ticks, but we don't have access to that bug snack yet. So we're gonna just throw a party with the people that we do have here.
Yeah, one theme between like every area is there's gonna be one character that you can't bring back immediately that you're gonna have to bring back once you have access to more snacks. So for example, like we have to backtrack a little bit to get Effica. Once we go to the next couple of areas, we're gonna have to backtrack a little bit to get Wiggle. That's just gonna be a bit common until we get to the second half of the game.
With you, as if my new bestie.
Yeah. So now this is like a kind of an intermission. Basically, once you recruit enough people back to the village, you'll kind of have these unskippable cutscenes. They're kind of like basically auto scrollers here. Just let the dialogue play out.
Yeah, usually when I'm in this, I like trying cup stack because
I'm awful at cup stacking.
Yeah, it's like so
my
difficult.
Record's 2.
My record is 3, and then I got 4 and it was stable for like a second and then it fell. It's awful, and doing it on the fire is like the worst because it's like an uneven surface. This is pretty good though.
I got news for you, Gramble. Bugsnax will never love you.
You don't know a thing about love. That's why your wife
Okay, that's kind of mean.
left you.
I'm gonna do violence to you.
Hey, let's all
One more
take
cup?
a breath here. And
Don't act
Ah,
like you're in charge.
that was
If
close.
you had the spine to lead us, everybody would still be here.
Don't you mean
She got more sauce.
Tiffany would still be here?
Okay, that's enough.
You all want Tiffany back so bad?
Gotta
Go
talk to
find
Phil,
her
though.
yourself.
oh, here, that's the.
But here she's feeding us a bug snack for the first time, and we find out we're actually allergic to snacks. So, fortunately, we don't get to partake in the deliciousness of bug snacks. But it's kind of like a superpower and makes it special.
Yeah,
We can
that
resist
bathroom.
temptation.
I actually don't know if it comes into play in this route, but all of the Grumpuses have like a bathroom schedule, believe it or not. And depending on your routing in some like the bigger categories where there's a lot of moving parts where you have to do a lot of quests at the same time, sometimes you take a little bit long in an area, so you go back to like the town and you talk to them and they're just in the bathroom. Like actually is a bit important.
I think it's important that they take care of their biological clocks.
Yeah.
Adds to the world building of this game. Anyways, we're gonna do 3 Chiefoops there, and then we're gonna go over and meet our favorite red Grumpus, Cromdo.
Yeah, Cromdo, I'm totally stealing this from Conception. Shout out to Conception. It's like the used car salesman of like Grumpuses.
Oh yeah.
He is kind of like slummy, but it's like kind of cool, so it's whatever. Like, I'll admit, it's a little bit beast mode when he does it.
All right. So now we get introduced to the Launchpad. This is one of the most interesting, I guess, tools in our disposal from a speedrun perspective. It gives us access to like probably the main movement tech in this game called, what's the official name? I can just call it like Launchpad boosting or super launching or whatever.
Yeah, there's super launching, but there's like a couple variations of it where there's a horizontal one where you get more horizontal momentum, and there's a vertical one where you don't get the horizontal momentum, but you still get the vertical momentum because you like jump instead of being at the edge of it. But basically, whenever you put an object on the launch pad, it flings at like a high velocity, right? But because you're heavier than like a rock per se, it flings you less, so it doesn't like break certain parts of like the levels. But I don't think this is like frame perfect, but it's like a very, very small window where if you jump or if you run off of it, it will fling you as if you were an object and not like a person on it.
Yeah, it's a little finicky. I'm not super consistent at it, but it just takes some practice.
I'm only consistent at the version where I jump.
Oh yeah.
So there's a strat I found. So in each area there's so from the hub there's 4 directions you can go, and then each of those directions there's one more direction you can go, right? So there's Flavor Falls and Garden Grove, for example. You can get to the next area from here doing a super launch onto the windmill and then jumping over an invisible wall, but that requires getting like the best super launch. But you can actually go along the rocks on the other side and maneuver around. It's a little bit strange, but it makes it so you don't have to be as precise.
Mm-hmm. Don't hit me. Okay. These are the pop sticks that Wiggle was asking for. We had to like light them on fire to like pop them and then cast them. They're like very skittish, so you have to kind of sneak up on them for a bit.
I also want to mention that that weenie worm that laxlime just caught, that's actually a real thing. There's like the regular weenie worm, which is just like a hot dog with ketchup, and then that's like the Chicago one. That's why it's called that. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Young Horses is based there. I think. I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure for SGDQ, whenever Bugsnax was the second run for that, they came from there. So close enough, if anything.
Dear buddy.
This was added in the DLC. These letters. They're like extra challenges, basically. You can complete and get like stuff to decorate your hut. We don't touch it in this game, in this run.
Sitting in the dark. I tell you, there's some
It's something cool.
stuff out there.
Anyways, another auto scroller. Let me fix my camera.
Just Bugsnax and trees. You're just yellow.
I'm not yellow. I'm pink. There's really something stalking me, watching me from the shadows. Keeps me up at night.
I've seen something.
Yes, I'm working on it right now.
On top of the canyon. Real curious.
Probably just a wild animal.
darling, there are no animals here.
But yeah, out of all of the parties, this is probably the worst one because you just have to sit here and like listen to dialogue. You can't even like skip it. You can't like cup stack. You just have to like sit here. But immediately after this, immediately after this party, the game does like drastically pick up in pace. Like it's already been pretty fast, just managing cycles and making sure that we're able to catch all the stacks that we need. But it is like it does like drastically pick up.
All right, 1 sec.
Bodies
Okay.
will just disappear.
I'm back.
Oh, you're so back.
Hell.
The writing's kind of vague, sadly. All I know is they had a rash of vanishing.
Yeah, so this is we just kind of sit here and listen.
Oh, heck, even if
I like
they
to
buried
just
them in the sand,
light the stick on
the body
fire
wouldn't be there the next day.
whenever it wants
Though
to.
some of the time there'd be a little left.
I'll just
a few bones.
take that.
I'm getting a chill just thinking about it.
You're getting a chill because the fire's gone out.
Oh, you're right. Hey, buddy, would you mind picking up some firewood? It's over by the mill.
Yeah, and then every like 2 minutes they'll have you do something like reach out and get some firewood or check on something. So you can't completely go to the bathroom yet.
Okay, where were
Yeah,
we?
it's like a break that's just long enough to be annoying,
saying something about
but
the
you have to do stuff so often that it's like
No,
just
no
annoying.
zombies.
Just annoying enough. Oh, there's a fire.
Here's my stick of fire.
Maybe.
Rah.
That's just a story I read on a wall. We got
Light Philbo
nothing
on
to
fire.
fear from the dead.
I'm more worried about
Yeah.
the living.
Oh, it went out.
I should have
it didn't
known.
go out.
First Grumpus
Oh,
is
shoot.
to snack to.
I've never seen that before.
Makes us think all
It's the
these-
indomitable human spirit.
I've seen those chewed up
Is he
skeletons
okay?
on the island. We all know something kills Grumpuses out there.
I know, it's okay. He's blue. That means he's made of water.
Yeah, it's like Pokemon type effectiveness.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
we're the
You run like JRPGs.
It's not very
same
effective.
animals out here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
other than us.
She's not wrong about the bones.
Actually, how do you feel about this game right now?
I gotta use a little crumb shroom.
Now hold on.
Makes me feel like
You saying
snacking
Grumpus
on some
is
bugs.
a cannibal? That's ridiculous.
What's your favorite type of bug?
Stomachs for it.
Ooh.
You can't say roly polies.
I did like roly polies a lot as a
Oh,
kid.
it's true.
I could tell.
I
One night, dragging something along the beach.
I don't know why it's so funny. I'm a big fan of grasshoppers.
A seven.
Oh, grasshoppers.
And
Oh.
what's the type of bug from A Bug's Life? What is that? Is it like
An
a certain
ant?
kind of ant, or is it just an
They
ant?
took a bite out of it.
Don't mess with my
I don't know.
head, Beth.
I don't know.
Well,
I like the design of that bug in A Bug's Life. That's it.
I didn't even know that it was an ant, really,
Is somebody
'cause
gonna
I thought
check on Philbo?
the only like bug movie with ants was Ants.
No. Bug's Life came first.
Yeah, but I didn't. Okay, apparently it's just an ant. Okay, you like ants?
Is there? I only like the Bug's Life ant. I don't like regular ants.
Real ants are,
Yeah, they're a little too much for me.
yeah.
What about you,
Sorry
laxlime?
about
What
that.
type of bugs do you
What a
like?
mess.
I was
Can we
thinking
just
about
quit
it.
with the spooky stuff? I don't think I could get any sleep.
Maybe beetles. Beetles are kind of cool.
Beetles are so sick.
There's some pretty beetles out there too.
Like they go pretty hard. Like, oh my god.
It's the queen of Bugsnax. A bug snack.
I like video game cicadas, but real life cicadas are kind of.
They're pretty loud IRL.
The only
know.
the only time I've ever seen a cicada was it was the only time I've ever been to Ohio in my life, and it was like nighttime, and I was walking with a couple of people, and someone stepped on a cicada, and it was the loudest thing I've ever heard.
Oh my god.
Well, you know what I
Yeah.
don't like is lanternflies.
Oh.
Oh, I like bees, not like
She got
wasps
us
or
up.
hornets or whatever.
Bees are
Like-
cute.
Like,
Bees are
like
cute.
bees. Yeah, they're so nice. They're so
This
kind.
story makes no sense. Why would Bugsnax?
Yeah, I love honey.
Oh, Wambus, it's just a title. I've seen Bugsnax big enough to
Dude, honey's
eclipse
so
the
good. I'm, like, thinking about it.
moon. What
Like,
else would you call that?
My like nighttime ritual is like I drink like green tea with like honey.
Believe what you will, Wambus. For I know
Yeah, we weren't lying when we said this party sucks.
regardless of
Yeah, it's like the
what
longest one by
monster
far.
you believe in,
Yeah. Yeah, this is the longest auto scroller.
Yeah.
and it's
Oh, do you guys think is honey vegan?
It depends.
Yeah, it just depends on what matters to you and veganness.
Yeah.
I've heard that it's not vegan.
Well, because the bees have to like make it. There's also ways to like make honey-like things, and it's like, where do you draw the line at honey? Because it's like still honey basically. It's like a similar process.
No need to freak out.
I think it's different between like cow milk and oat milk, for example.
I'm freaking out, Limbus.
How do you feel about making like oatmeal with oat milk? Is that like messed up?
Don't worry, Grandma.
I never
fine.
milk an oat. Sorry,
If something goes wrong,
too far.
You wouldn't?
No.
Anyways, this is the big scary monster that everyone's freaked out about. It's just Chandler.
Chandler.
They're gonna want me to stay.
Okay, chat.
Catch you later, bros.
Give it up for Chandlo. He is gay.
Oh yes,
Let's go Chandler.
Chandler is gay and based.
Yeah. He has a.
One of my
husband.
favorite character in the game.
It's really funny because
folks. I'm fine.
in the next area, there's going to be a character that we meet that's not Chandlo, named Snorpy, and
and the noise
in
was
their
just
like
Chandler.
quests,
That's a relief.
they've already been dating, but like they get closer and like learn about each other or whatever. And at the end of it, it's basically like, Snorpy's like, are we gonna get married? Are we like dating? And then he's like, bro, we've been dating for like years. I don't know what you're on about.
If anybody's
That's
toying
wild.
around here,
Yeah.
it's me.
You know, the desert grumps.
I don't know, maybe Chandler was just being polite.
Patriarchal leadership. Real fascinating system.
Respectful
they had.
King Chandler.
Every year, the ladies would go
Yeah, he's the
hunting,
best.
and
He's
the
like my
one to
favorite
bring
character in the
home
game.
The biggest bug snack was the new head
I'm still thinking
He's
about
the
bugs.
best.
I've been trying to figure out what bug I like this whole time because I was like super into like the ocean and stuff as like a kid. So I know more about like deep sea slugs than I do bugs.
Are they considered bugs?
I don't know. I like shrimp. Anyways, this is Shrimp Pine Woods.
Like third grade lunch table talk. What are you doing?
This is like the.
Okay.
Is Fortnite actually overrated?
Okay, I'm waiting. I'm doing this weight of shame. This Kluki has to walk into the lunch pad. I had him before, but I accidentally grabbed the lunch pad instead of launching it into the air. Alright. Usually these honeybees are supposed to like attack the flying trap, but they didn't, so we'll just have to grab it manually.
Yeah. There's like other ways you can do it. Like there's a lot of ways to do a lot of different things in this game, and it ends up being like just like super player expression, skill expression heavy. Where the thing I do there in particular is instead of having the snack trap out and like launching both the Pookie at the honeybee with the snack trap, I launch the Pookie, and then as they're falling, I put the trap out in the air and then I catch it. But it's probably a little slower. Like it's like the same thing basically though. Like it's just different ways to do the same thing. It's like this game's super cool in that way.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah,
he's gonna lift his crib.
the lovers are here. He's lifting his crib. He's very strong. I don't know if you can tell. He has like muscles and stuff.
Delicate instruments in here and lift in your
Lifting your crib, dog. This is awesome.
It's enough lifting. Yeah. So yeah, well, some of the really cool things about this game is like there's just so many ways you can approach like each snack, especially when you get more tools.
Here, take my newest
Each snack has like all kind of like different interactions, like different sauces and other snacks and different tools and such. So there's a lot of like really creative ways you can approach things. The speedrun, you know, those kind of things that are a little bit more efficient. But if you want to do something a little bit more fun, you're totally able to experiment.
Yeah, that's why I like some of the other categories, like all Bugsnax, all bosses, bingo, just because it's a lot more player expression heavy, and like the routing of like how long it takes you to do certain things like matters as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm messing up these launches, but
yeah, these launches are
so we can get this one
really
early.
difficult.
There we go.
Yep. Technically, you're supposed to use like the grapple hook to like break some rocks, but it takes forever. So we can just super launch around it, and it actually doesn't matter. Why does he want so many cinnamon, like a set of snails?
He just wants. He loves his carbs.
Gonna be.
Like I don't get it. Like these are not efficient hands or feet.
Anyway,
Like no fingers. Like don't totally get it.
Well,
now
they don't really have opposable thumbs in the first. Oops.
why?
Oh yeah, I guess so. They just have like, they have like, you know, like knees. They have like the knob hands.
Yeah. They got little paws.
Yeah.
I believe they may be key to the Grumpinati surveillance system, though I'm not yet sure how. Their signals safely
Yeah, I've mentioned on and off, but one thing that's super important in this game is like making sure that you're on cycle. Like it's everywhere so much that it's like kind of like really hard to, from an outside perspective, it's hard to realize how important it actually is, just because a lot of things are just happening at the same time, and then all of the catches happen at the same time, and we turn them in, and that's like pretty much the only way that it can be done if we're gonna do everything in one go. So we have to make sure that we don't take too long doing one specific thing.
Yeah. All right, now Sugar Pine Wood. Now we're gonna go back to Scorched Gorge. We're gonna go meet up with our buddy Cromdo, because he wanted his feet to be turned into bopsicles, and the bopsicles were only found in the Sugar Pine Wood over there. I'm gonna try to launch up here. There we go. There was one time where I just was autopiloting and I fed him the bopsicles, but I didn't turn it into his feet. I like just turned it into his arms or something.
Oh,
so I had to go back and catch another pair.
Yeah.
So embarrassing.
Autopiloting in this game is like really hard just because like the menuing also matters a lot.
Yeah. Okay, just gonna do the regular movement here.
Yeah, so this is the third party to Asterisk. So yeah, for the most part, this is just going to be like before, where it's more or less an autoscroller. But while we're in this autoscroller, we have to like find clues. Like they tell us what clues to find afterwards, where it's like, oh yeah, like this sign, or like these like paw prints, or this scratch on a door or something, right? But we can just do most of them while we're in the cutscene, so it doesn't actually like matter.
Frankly, I find that.
Yeah, ideally you can get these paw prints over here, but my positioning's a little bit off.
Yeah.
I think I might be able to get it if Gramble just moves a little bit this way later in the cutscene. But either way, it's not too big a time loss.
So tell me then, what were you doing?
Yeah, in other categories where you skip talking to Filbo, so like if you wouldn't talk to him in the triggers for like the mailbox introduction are still there, you can go around the triggers in this cutscene, and it's like not faster, but like if you like for categories like no door skip, it's faster, but like it like is like so minor, it doesn't actually like matter. But you would take a just completely different path and you'd be in a different part of the cutscene, like than what the game intends you to be in.
Hey, chill the grump out, bros.
There's no need for all that. If what Gramble and Beffica are saying is true, there's gotta be some physical evidence left behind. Yeah?
Indeed. We should sweep the perimeter and
Yeah, there
keep
isn't
watch in case
too much
the
happening here
creature
until the main dialogue ends, and we're allowed to run around for a minute, and then we get back into the dialogue.
Find out what they saw.
So we have to find these, this clue over there, that guy, and then that guy. And then we're back to watching cutscenes.
Well, that's.
Etchy, how do you feel about creature
There's
collectors?
got to be some other explanation.
About what?
We gotta
Creature
genuine
collectors.
monster on our paws.
They're fine.
Monster's a bit
They're
of
fine.
a prejudicial
They're fine.
term. Don't you
Bugsnax is the best one,
I'd call
right?
it more of
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
cryptid or
Way better than
undiscovered
Pokemon.
animal.
Yeah.
It's no animal, darling. We're witnessing the queen
Even better
of
than Pokemon.
Bugsnax in action.
Yeah.
She's giving us a warning.
Have you ever played Diamond Pearl?
Which is more likely that is so far
No, I haven't. I'm not familiar with those games. There's actually, I think I've seen a couple messages in chat comparing this game to Pokemon.
What's more
Oh yes, it's like
I've been super
Pokemon,
paying
except
attention
Far
to
too many
chat.
movies.
yeah, without the Pokemon, and instead of Pokemon, there's Bugsnax.
I was top of the charts.
Pokemon could never make someone as cool as Chandlo, so
No, that's real.
You can't turn someone's nose into a marshmallow in Pokemon.
so true.
Matter.
Well, I don't know.
What
There's
if it
like Ace
wasn't
now,
dead?
so
Between
maybe a
this
little
and
bit.
the earthquakes, Snacksburg's becoming pretty unlivable.
I hate to say it, bro, but I regret coming down from the mountain. Me and Snorpy were a lot
I'm like just
safer
thinking about playing
before we
Diamond
came
Pearl right
back.
now. Hold on.
Same goes
This might
for
be
me
huge.
and my little ones.
No. We shouldn't split up again.
For those of you who
We're better
don't
off if we're all
understand
here together.
the joke, you can go to youtube.com/GamesDoneQuick. Maybe see a Diamond Pearl and Edgy might have
You
done
don't know
in the
that.
past.
She might come back.
Who knows?
It's true that it happened.
Don't hold your breath, pal.
Face it, Bilbo. Without Lizbert, all we have is you.
That's.
Phobos is trying his hardest, but he's like
Listen.
pouting so bad.
I don't know why Lizbert put me in charge, but I do know
Yeah,
this.
I like Bilbo. He's a
None of
cool
you are
guy.
really happy out there alone.
What's your tier list of the Bugsnax
But
look like?
we have each other.
Ooh.
Maybe if we try.
Like the Grumpuses or
the Stacks or the Grumpuses?
I guess you're not wrong.
Whatever these guys are called.
So,
Okay, the Grumpuses.
Either
Okay.
the Grumpuses. Let's see.
Chandlo
S-tier?
and Gramble are
As long
S
as we
tier
can
for me.
watch each other.
S tier, I would agree with that. Yeah.
Make it.
Yeah.
We need everybody here. Floofty and Sheldar are still out there, and who knows if they're safe.
I think Snorpy's an A
You
tier.
must find Floofty.
Yeah, I was thinking Agabel's also A tier.
On them, that out by
And like
Yes.
maybe
And last time
maybe
I
Wambus
saw
if I'm feeling it
Sheldar,
on a good day.
She was meditating in the sizzling sands.
He has some good lines.
But don't forget about Eggabell.
Oh,
If she's
Triffany
out
for
with
sure.
Lizbert, we gotta find her.
Oh yeah. We love
If you've
Griffin.
ever been to like SGDQ and you like went to a restaurant where it's like people from Minnesota like serving you, they do talk like that. All of them do.
Great. Now let's go get some sleep.
She's like, "Oh yeah, I got you there, bud." You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they all talk like that. We're back
Some
into the game now,
representation
though.
in these games.
Which one's the worst one?
Ooh.
I'm not sure if there is a worst one.
No, there's always that you have. If you're ranking them, there is a worst one.
Well, they can be tied for the worst, is what I'm saying. Have you considered?
I did not consider that. No,
Yeah. Maybe you don't know ball like I do.
I guess not.
But yeah, so we went to Scorched Gorge so we can go to Sizzling Sands. There's a reason why we go to this one actually, because our goal right now is to just after that party we have access to pretty much the rest of the map. So we're going to Sizzling Sands to do the Shelda quests here, and then there's a way to get between. I cannot remember what. Boiling Bay is that? Yeah, Boiling Bay.
Yeah, Bowling Bay.
Yeah.
The beach one.
Yeah. There's a way to get from Sizzling Sands to Boiling Bay very quickly, so we can immediately do those. And then afterwards, we're able to go to Peak. It's Peak. Frosted Peak. I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've played this game before. And that's how the routing is going to go for the rest of the game. It's going to be a lot more stuff at one time without having to watch the parties. And then, because that was the third party, after we do these 3 sections, there's going to be one more party, and then at that point,
the
then
end of
the
the
point of no
game.
return, but that's still far out.
Alright, this part's the bane of my existence, so buckle down.
I love this part.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, in all bosses, it's a lot more fun because I basically,
It's gonna
while
catch you.
I let the like Strabby Ball like just do stuff like on its own, I'm also catching the Enchiritos because I need them for Shandlo's quest.
Where'd Stravi go? Or Raspy? It's right back at the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he
Alright.
lost interest because he's going a little fast. I'm not sure.
Come on.
But yeah, this Raspy gets terrified of everything, which is a problem. So whenever it's going past us, we kind of have to just crouch so it doesn't get super scared. This room is the worst one in the game. I'm gonna be actually for real.
It's so awkward to maneuver.
Yeah, so we can't be super seen, and then that Raspy needs to follow like the Strabby ball that we covered in chocolate. And in that room, like whenever the Strabby ball touches water, if it's washed in anything, it will just become clear again, and then the Raspy will lose interest if it touches the water, and the water has weird hitboxes. Plus, that like wiggling line is like sloped on the edges, so sometimes you fall into the water a tiny bit and you like tap the water, then the ball doesn't have chocolate anymore, and it's terrible. But that was done perfectly fine, and we did all the quests, so we're taking the shortcut to get to Boiling Bay, and then now we can actually talk to Floofty. But there's a lot of moving parts here as well. Last time it was just like catch a couple of snacks and then do the black Raspy quest while we're doing other stuff. This time is we have to extinguish this guy. So the noodler becomes unaggroed, like pretty much immediately, which is like really hard to do if you're going a little bit too slow there, because then the noodler is not gonna like the hot sauce.
There we go.
And then we're trying to get this Banopper while we're opening up this Kokomite. And the Banopper is like a 50-50 here. It's like the worst. Sometimes the Banopper just won't like cross the tripwire.
Yeah, it has to go from this tree to that tree, or vice versa.
Yeah.
But sometimes it'll just hop between like this tree, or like go between these forever. Sometimes the Kokomites can trigger this tripwire.
There it is, yeah. Yeah, so now that that's done, and the tripwire is done, we're gonna set it up here and get the Kokomite, because we only need one. And then we're gonna be talking to Floofty. Yeah. I was thinking about the clue, and I'm like, do we get the clue in this category? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for the most part, this is just going to be beating. Floofty has some new inventions that can let us move around where Bugsnax are onto their body. Also, Twitch chat, give it up. Floofty is a they, them. Let's go.
They, them, Peru.
This game has such good representation. It's super great if you've never seen it before. Oh, Schmoopman. Oh, let's go. Yeah, and after doing the quest, I didn't even know you can get it with the grapple. That's funny.
I didn't. Yeah, I don't know how much faster it is, but
it's surely like a little bit.
It's at least more swag.
Yeah,
and that's what really matters.
Because you can't even see it through the bushes, and you just like got it. Yeah. So we have to talk to Triffany to do. There's a key or something that we get from her. We need like a clue, and we need to do an interview with her. We need to interview a few people, but it is not super common. We're just going to be going through the fastest dialogue option. Same as Philbo, where you can see at the top there's like the why are we here? What caused you to leave? Do you know what happened with like the plot of the game, basically? And we don't need to ask anything else. And as long as we get the answers to those, it's gonna mark the interview is done. We don't have to do more. We don't have to ask like who they are. It's really funny.
We don't care about them.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you the terrible secrets because they are terrible and secret.
I love that line. Yeah, so you're supposed to interview like all the Grumpuses eventually to unlock like different pieces of information. But in terms of beating the game, you only need to do 4.
Yeah, it's just the 4 to get the minimum required stuff to make Agatho happy to beat the game.
Yeah.
In categories like all quests are like 100%. For example, you would have to do all of the interviews, because to do the interviews, it unlocks their quests, because it's like the first time you talk to them, you interview them, right? So that's how that works. But in this category, it's just doing the minimum required. And the way that this movement is routed, we talk to Trifany first, which puts us in the dialogue cutscene with Floofty and what is his name? Snorpy. And then
Snorpy.
we can, after talking to Snorpy, because it's at the side of his house, we can go into Wemmis's farm, and then immediately to the right there is another dialogue trigger where we can talk to Bramble there. So it's just like not moving basically like at all. And then we go like in a nice little circle without moving like at all.
Right. And now we're gonna head into the last major area, major level of the game, Frosted Peak. Ow.
Yeah, this movement is like so weird. Yeah, Frosted Peak is like my favorite area in the game. The music is like super great. It's like super great. I love it. But also it introduces us to peanut butter. But also all the snacks and all the captures here, like for like some of the bigger categories, all the macro captures are very fun. And it's all just super.
They got Scoopy Banoopy.
Scooby Banoopy is like so awesome.
Is he here? I don't see him.
Yeah, he's on the. If you looking at the cave, he's to the right of the cave.
I thought we just
Yeah, I'm used to knowing about Scooby Banoopy because
there he is.
To fight Daddy Cake Legs, you need to capture Scooby Banoopy.
Oh yeah, for one of the side quests.
Yep. It's one of the boss fights, yep.
I think that should work. Yeah.
One thing I love doing with that Chippy and this, I don't remember, the PB&J one, Flutter Jam, that's what it's called, is I get them to fall and then I capture them with the grapple because it's really funny. It's like super swag, but it's like really hard, and if you miss, it's like the worst feeling of all time.
It's so embarrassing. But yeah, so we just need to catch these specific snacks to put them in these statues here, and that'll help do something with the store.
Yeah, so you only need half of them because Eggabell will just get the other half, but it's expected that you go here and then she tells you what to do, then you go out to get them and then come back, and then she's like, oh, in that time I also got them. That's so convenient. But because it was so fast, it's a little awkward. She like basically walks in a circle. Now that we're mostly done with all the catching the people returning to Snacksburg, we did all the stuff. We have the information for Eggabell. So now we return to Snacksburg, and she wants Philbo to help her try to open the door. And this is a little bit of a cutscene. It's not going to be that bad, but pretty much right after this cutscene, there's going to be a party, and then she's going to be like, "Whoa, I know how to open the door," and then the end of the game is going to be happening. So we're like getting there. This is flying by.
I think this is a boss from Slay the Spire.
Point is, I know you care. And since I need
I've never played Slay the Spire before. I'm sorry.
Might as well be one of them.
It's okay.
Actually, how do you feel about?
There's a boss where there's like a head on its side.
Right. We need to
Sorry, I've never played it either. I'm a fraud.
I didn't know there was like homework of playing Slay the Spire before we got here, or else I would have done it.
I thought Bugsnax was a sequel to Slay the Spire.
2.
Snacks.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, so in this segment, they try and open the door, but they actually just do it wrong. They just like completely beef it. Like that's actually what happened. They just totally beef it, and then Eggabell's like upset, and she's like, "I'll figure out how to do this." Also, Twitch chat, give it up for Eggabell. She is gay. It's a little beast.
And a physician.
Yeah, she is a physician. Yeah. Her partner is Lisbert, that's who we've been trying to find this entire game. That's why, like, for the plot questions, there's like any info on Lisbert or whatever else, right? because she went missing and we're trying to find her. She cares, like, particularly a lot because, you know, it's her partner. That's kind of beast, actually. I knew that he did that, but every time I see it, I'm like, wow, he's just like so strong.
So much aura.
He's actually aura farming. Chat, type 1 if Chandlo has aura.
So
Yeah, now that
everyone
everyone's happy and like in Stacksburg again. So now this is like a real party, and there's like beverages and stuff. So
we're trying to get everyone to come to the dance floor.
Yeah,
different.
That is the ultimate goal. Some people it's just like talk to them. Like for example, Floofty, you have to talk to them, and then they kind of get convinced. Same thing where it's like Triffany. Enough people come back, and then she'll go to the dance floor. Some people need cups of beverage. Some people just need other stuff. It's not too involved. It's just as long as you know how to do it, it's not gonna be that bad.
What?
Yeah, no, this is the one I was talking about. Like, we've been dating for years. What are you talking about? That one's really funny. And then we finished everything.
The climax of the game, honestly.
Here. Oh, actually, like that's so for real. So you know, now that everyone's happy at the party, nothing bad can like happen at this point.
We did it, buddy.
Like, it's just we go beat the game now. So it'll happen pretty soon.
Almost all of us.
And Philbo's happy, and he's not pouting for once. Respectfully, love Philbo. He's kind of a crybaby, so.
Yeah, but he's our crybaby.
I wouldn't say our crybaby.
I know you have to go back to your
He's their crybaby.
Yeah.
I'd sure miss you if you left. And, well, you still need to interview Lisbeth, right?
I forgot there was this much dialogue up here. Okay, yeah.
I know, Philbo
I don't know
won't
what she's
stop
on
talking.
about.
And, well, is that a metaphor, or?
I didn't really do a very good introduction of all the rest of the characters. Shelda's probably gonna be like in the tier list near the bottom as well. But she's like a faux prophet type character where she just like says stuff, and sometimes she's right, sometimes she's not. She says she's like better than eating Bugsnax, but at her like hut, she has a like a donations box for the needy or whatever, and whatever you put in a snack, like the next day, she'll just have it on like a random body part. It's really funny.
Yeah, it's suspiciously missing.
Yeah,
from the donation box.
Now hold on, we're not.
And she loves getting her cardio in, as you can see here.
That's right.
We're gonna die because the
I like Shelda. She's pretty cool. She has a hidden snark to her.
Yeah, she's like sassy in like a funny way. Like all these characters like have like redeeming qualities and are like cool in like many ways. But
yeah,
I don't know. I just prefer most other characters to her, and I feel a little bit bad about that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, everyone has their own like. Everyone's amazing in their own way. So it's just kind of like someone has to be last, or someone has to be, you know, below others, as that you were saying.
Well, it's not someone has to be last. Someone has to be the least first.
The least first, yes.
Yeah.
Hold on a moment while I retrieve my notes.
Hey, don't give up
She's
yet.
tired.
We may not
I forgot she gets tired. That's so funny.
We have each other.
I've not like sat through this entire.
She's just like me for real.
Yeah. Well, she read so much at one time. That's probably like the better part of like a kilometer, so it's fine.
Bro, you're all right.
Oh, Egabel's back. I forgot she comes back in this cutscene.
Yeah, she comes to save the day. I love how she fears Shelda.
Yeah.
Mr. Troubleham?
Because yeah, on the right side, there's like loves, hates. For the most part, you can tell what everyone's relationship kind of is like by who they like, who they associate with, or whatever. I think there's like the only one where it says fierce.
I think so.
Liz is in danger.
And keep in mind, like this is like for a casual player, this is like the very, very end of the game. You find this out like dozens of hours into the game.
Quiet you.
And it's just like a one-off bit in case you scan Egabel.
Elizabeth is likely deceased.
Dog, this bird is alive. And we're not gonna leave her behind.
I just need Philbo and, Philbo's buddy. Sorry, Chandler.
Yeah, there's not that much until
What are the rest of us supposed
the end
to
of the
do
game,
while
and the end of the game is
you're
pretty
gone?
involved. But
You prepare for the worst.
yeah, it doesn't.
Right
It's
now.
fine.
Well, I'm sick of being
This
in
is
the
a
dark
calm
for
before the
once.
storm.
I wanna know
Well, no,
what's
it's
out there.
literally storming right now,
No
actually.
worries, Beth. I'll build
And
And also, there's a volcano going off. I don't know what to tell you.
It's a storm before the calm.
We'll see it coming.
But what
Yeah,
do we
the
do
game does
when the
end on a
thing
beach, and I
comes
think
to
that's like
devour us?
pretty cool. So I
I
don't
have
know.
a few
Spoiler alert.
traps that I could put to use.
How about the more
It's an
practical
island.
threats?
The entire thing is a beach, okay?
Volcanoes and what have ya?
Simple. We find a way to
It's
get
all
off
beach.
the ground if the need arises.
Well, none of that
New
matters
new
if I
special.
starve
Oops, all
to death.
beach. And
I
it's
guess
just
the
like
sauce.
No way,
The-
pal. I ain't gonna
oh.
chow down on that nasty.
I'll say
plant
ketchup. Chocolate.
there's ranch in this game, and it's like never used.
No more concerns?
There is ranch, yes.
Let's get
Ranch is a
to
good
it then.
sauce.
If you had fries
Ranch
right
is
now,
pretty
what
used.
would you dip it in?
Sweet and sour sauce.
Sweet and sour sauce is good.
Oh,
Yeah.
fancy. Yeah.
Hey, Egabo.
I can only think about ranch at this point because someone had to bring it up.
Okay, my bad. I will say I'm usually like a sriracha mayo believer, but recently I've been on sriracha ranch.
Oh, I haven't had that before.
It's like good, but I think it needs to be spicier than sriracha mayo. But I'm a sucker for spice. I don't know.
Oh,
Hmm.
do you need a break? How about water? Let me check your vitals.
No, I'm okay. Besides, we're almost there.
Yeah. So activating that party. There's like a prompt at some point where it's like after you do this story point, there's like you can't go back. You just have to go beat the game at this point, and then you can't do anything else never ever, right? So we're at that point where we can't go back, and this is just like all gonna be like the game. Egabel figured out how to open the door, so we're gonna open the door, not totally refit this time.
All right, we're here.
I forgot they just like stand here for a while, just like thinking.
Turns out she wrote the order backwards. I guess even the great Elizabeth Megafig can
I
still make
like never
mistakes.
like splash anyone with sauce because I feel
Nobody's
bad.
perfect, right? Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Kind of fun. Now they're like cheese flavored.
2, 3.
But
There's
yeah.
one time in a practice run, they were like walking down the mountain, and then I like hit Philbo with some sauce while he was talking, and he just stood still, and I had to like reload the autosave.
That's really funny.
So I stopped messing around with it until they're done walking.
There's actually a way to get into like the loading zone to get to the undersnacks here. If you're able to clip into like out of bounds into like the side of the mountain, there's like the loading zone and it's active. I forgot about the snacks watch just completely because
It's a major plot point.
Yeah. You can actually get in. There was a drive I was trying to do where I was trying to figure out a way to clip earlier on to get into the undersnacks, but it just didn't end up working. In fact, the easiest way is just to clip into the clip through the door. It's kind of stupid. But yeah, now we're in the undersnacks. This is what lies behind the door. There's the snack squatch and also all the Bugsnax, and then also the queen of Bugsnax ? Yeah, this is like a major plot point where it's like, whoa, that's like Lisbert. I've heard about you from other people. I'm gonna interview you, even though you look terrifying. So yeah, she is, and it's not seen in this category. She is like an amalgamation of like every single boss in the game, and she's supposed to be like super terrifying and kind of like low-key she is. But after this interview is done, there's like some dialogue, and then Egwell comes and she's like, "My love, wow!" And then they like are both the queen of Bugsnax. And it's like a very heartwarming moment. Unfortunately, the island is like exploding because of this volcano, so still have to get out. They sacrificed themselves for us. Like, I would say off that wasn't like so like damn disgusting.
Yeah, it's a little gross.
Yeah.
It's okay. They love each other.
in certain categories, there's actually a small time save where if you are on the edge of like that room, you can, what is it? They like toss you, and if you haven't interacted with Agabel before, if you mash the interact button, she actually like talks to you for the first time, and then it makes the cutscene go a little bit faster because it speeds it up so she can talk to you. But because you're already in the low zone, you just end up here and you don't have to talk to her. But because this is, for the most part, glitchless, it does not really matter. We end up back where we started the game at, but instead of being there, it's actually the end of times sad face. Everything is terrible right now. So we have to go save everyone. We have to save all the inhabitants of Snacksburg so we can go leave by ship and be safe forever.
It's basically like a final gauntlet, like test of using like all the different traps that you've been using throughout the game.
Yeah, they're violent now instead of like exploratory or whatever. What? What? Why? What? What's happening? I've never seen that before.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just everyone kind of fighting for their lives. If you do bad enough, people can actually like the Grumpus can actually like not make it with you to the end. And I did it one time to like see what happened, and I felt terrible, and I never did it again.
It's so sad.
Yeah. But there's actually a condition where if you do Grumpus's entire quest line and you like befriend them, they can't actually get hurt by the Bugsnax they consume. Massive TLDR, Bugsnax are evil now, so that sucks. There is a small strat here where we hit the Enchiritos into, not the Enchirito, it's like a macro one. I can't remember.
The Praying Picantis.
Yeah, the Praying Picantis into Shelda and Floofty, so they eat it so we don't have to like punch all of them. It's a little bit faster. Yeah, this one is like the easiest one and also the most boring, where we just like use the
pretty much an auto scroller.
Yeah, there's like not much we can do here to speed this up. It's just like, yeah, we just aim, and it's pretty telegraphed where we have to aim, so it's not that big of a deal. But like on a first playthrough, most people would be pretty shaken up by what's happening. But we're skipping all the dialogue, so I'm trying to give the Cliff Notes version.
Ah, yes.
Trying to give like the Wikipedia outline.
If you want to read all the dialogue, feel free to play the game.
Please play the game. It's really good.
Actually, okay, it was on sale a little bit ago, but it's on like pretty much everything now.
Yeah, it used to be only PS4, PS5, and Epic, which silly lineup, I'll say. But now it's on like Steam, Switch, Xbox. Yeah.
And mobile.
Oh, it is on mobile too. Yeah, it's on iOS.
Yes.
Yeah, this is literally on everything now. I wonder if this is on more platforms or like Balatro is.
Oh, good question.
It's probably close. Anyways, yeah, this is the hardest part of the gauntlet, where we have to aim these explosive barrels in a particular way so we can get done with these waves really fast. There's three types of waves.
Love early.
Yeah.
Where if you don't hit it in sync and like do it all at once, then it can get a little bit messy.
Yeah, so that should have been the last one of the cheap hoofs. So that was like a tad early. Yeah, that's the last one of the cheap hoofs. So we had to, the game was gonna wait to give us the grape flies. The grape flies are a little bit harder than cheap hoofs in my opinion, just because the timing is a lot tighter. But yeah, so the three types of waves are the cheap hoof waves, where it gives us 3 cheap hoofs. We have to just aim along the back of the rock and time it. The grape skitos, is that what I said they were? Where we have to aim at the floor, then hit them, and then the last wave has 3 and 2. So it's a lot easier to deal with, actually, just because if we get the first half, we don't have to super worry about the second half because there's only 2.
Yeah. there's like specific lineups you do and timings to try to take them all out at once. But if you miss it, then it's a little dicey.
Yeah.
This is pretty easy. You're pretty much just spawn camping them.
Yeah, this buggy ball section is not difficult, especially compared to like the last section, like the last couple of sections where it's like the hardest part of the gauntlet, and then also the easiest part of the gauntlet, and then this is also the other easiest part of the gauntlet. The next one is going to be the slingshot, which is just like they give you special sauce and it like kills Bugsnax. By combining all of the sauce is a little funny actually. I'm like trying to imagine how it tastes. It's probably disgusting. It has like chocolate and like, cheese and ranch. Ugh. And peanut butter. Ugh. It's probably gross. But yeah, there's like specific timings and positionings you have to be in for it to like work 100% of the time. Like to be like totally the fastest. But it's not like the biggest deal. It's a lot easier than the launchpad part.
Yeah. For some reason, this is the only unskippable dialogue in the gauntlet.
Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, usually we're able to just mash, but like, I think they're trying to introduce the idea of the special sauce, but it's the same as before. It doesn't really matter. It does have stink lines on it though, so that might be something.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Would you mind helping out? Just a matter of life and death is all.
Just a matter of life and death.
Yeah, the snacks are attracted to it, so then they run into each other, and then they hit each other so hard they like perish. You can also spray one, and after a while, it would just like explode. But ideally, we're trying to make them all run into each other, so it's just a bit slower if we have to wait. That's how time loss works.
There we go.
That was still really fast, actually.
All right, and that was the last part of the gauntlet. Now we gotta sprint to the ship and get on board.
We're almost done. There's this segment, and then one walking segment, and then one last dialogue segment, and then we're totally done.
Get on board now!
This is Mama Mewon, one of the bosses, and that's Masa Supreme, also a boss.
Yeah,
we don't see that in the run, but
yeah, and then there's the Queen's weapon mark of Bugsnax, and they sacrifice themselves for us on this like island where there's like a huge why is like the island isn't that big? The volcano is like most of the island, right? Like that's a little weird, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of life's greatest mysteries.
But yeah, we're almost done with the game. Time's gonna be coming up in like maybe like 2 minutes, if that.
It's like, yeah, it's like 30 something seconds.
I was thinking about like console loads as well. Never mind.
Right, this is PC, baby.
Yeah.
Are
you gonna do the rock? Are you gonna do the rock?
No.
There's a thing that some runners do in this game where going into this dialogue, you can toss a rock at Filbo when you go into like the dialogue. It's really funny.
I already sprayed sauce at him. He's had enough. Okay, so time's coming up. After the end of this dialogue, after this, our boss leaves the room. We're gonna talk with Filbo for like a second. And time.
GG's.
GG.
That was a great run.
Thank you. What was the final time on that? I wasn't keeping track.
I'll be able to see it in a second.
It's looking like
just watching the stream.
10707.
Okay, that's not bad. That's like, I think our loader move is like some kind of 103. I think 103, maybe low 104 or something.
I was gonna say 102, 103. So yeah, like probably like 103.
Yeah, I think like some kind of mid 103 or something.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, thanks for helping out, commentating, and everything. Hope you guys like this run. I think it's a really interesting. It's an incredible game, and the speedrunning Bugsnax is always really interesting. You have like the any % route is pretty much just like a sprint to the finish, like jumping over like invisible walls to get to the end of the game, basically, the end gauntlet. And then you have like longer categories like this one and the 100% all snacks, all that, where you do a little bit more snacks catching and kind of things in between. So yeah, it's very fun.
Yeah, this is a great speed game just for anyone who wants to like learn a game that isn't like it's not that involved in learning, because it's just like, as long as you know the routes, you can do it. It's not that technically demanding. As long as you kind of know how to do the skips, you're gonna be able to do it. It's like that simple. So 100%, if you have any passing interest at all, like pick up the game. It's worth it, like for sure, just like on a casual playthrough. But all the categories are super fun. The community's great. Like it's super great to do. Plus, if you want to do bingo, maybe we can get like a small bingo league going. It's pretty fun. I do like Bugsnax bingo. I think it's one of the best bingos, but I'm a little biased. I kind of made it. So
yeah, you've been chilling this bingo pretty hard.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, bingo's cool. Yeah, we should probably put together something sometime. Yeah, shout out to the Bugsnax community, the speedrun community, especially. You know, there's a Discord server. People are interested in getting into the run. It's very approachable, as Lime was saying. We're always around to answer questions. I want to give a special shout out also to a guy named Cave Spider. He's a prominent runner of the game. He helps run the Discord as well. He's probably been someone who's been very involved in like actually like innovating and finding new things for the game. Like he's the one who found snack duping like a couple years into the game. And then he's found some other things, and he's like a top level runner himself. So he's like very active in the Discord as well, and like he knows a lot and can help out answer questions as well. So, but yeah, we get this nice little ending sequence, credits by Caracara Benito, and yeah, that's pretty much the game.
Awesome. All right, thank you so much for that run, laxlime. If everybody here enjoyed it, be sure to follow Lime on twitch.tv/laxlime and put the link in the chat. You can also hover over his name in the Twitch title and just click the little heart. And we're going to go to a quick break. We got a showcase, a little bit different from the regular speed run. We have a showcase of Pump It Up Phoenix. Super excited for that. We'll be back in just a few minutes, so don't go anywhere.
Thank you.
They're keeping it quiet.